Good questions. Well, there's many different ways you can make a vaccine. And the simplest way is to simply use killed virus. Simply inject killed virus into someone. The problem with that approach is that there's a lot of stuff in there that isn't needed for immunity. And that's a bit of a waste of time, and because that other stuff might make people feel sick. So one has this balance in your making a vaccine between making something that works and making something that's safe, right? Safety is paramount. We cannot use unsafe vaccines. So one of the ways we make sure they're safe is we get rid of all the non-essential stuff in that virus. And that's why we're using these RNA vaccines and why they seem to be very, very safe. I used to joke, it's a terrible thing to say, that anybody can produce a COVID vaccine in a couple of weeks. And that's true. The problem is it safe and does it work? And so for the sake of safety, we purify it and use essentially, we want to put as little foreign stuff into the body as we can get away with. And this RNA seems to work really, really well. So it's a question of purifying and getting rid of the unnecessary, unwanted material that you don't need in your body anyway. The RNA gets translated into protein, and then your body sees that protein and, hey, this is foreign, and it makes an immune response against that protein. That seems to be the issue, and likewise some of the adverse effects that we've been reported are not the RNA, they're not due to the RNA. The RNA has to be delivered in a specific form to be taken up by cells in order to work. And that packaging, as it were, seems to be the source of some of for example, the allergic reactions. In the case of vaccines, they inject it into your arm, and it goes into the muscle cells and produces the protein there, and then your body responds to it. Of course, the virus itself likes to live in your respiratory tract, in the cells that line your respiratory tract. So you want to make antibodies that are going to reach those cells. And the current vaccines seem to be working very, very well indeed.